This is Judy Black. Today is March 7th. It is 9:04 a.m. This is a morning hearing session, the Board of Assessment Fields in room number 4. Welcome, I'm Judy Black. I'm one of 7 members of the Board of Assessment Fields. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded, and the current time is now 9:05. I'm going to state a few things for the record. Please correct me if anything is inaccurate. Your appeal number is 6. The property you're appealing is located at 56 Cary Circle. The owner of this property is Charles Gary Gibson. The town is your property assessed at $584,800. You are requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $427,878.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you very much. Okay, great. Now I'm going to confirm when I read that the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf is Mary Lynn. Please state your name for the record and whether you are an owner or an agent.
My name is Steve Stavridis, and I'm acting on behalf of Charles Gary Gibson.
Can you spell your last name for me?
Sure, it's S-T-A-V as in Victor, R-I-D as in David, E-S as in Sam.
Okay, and you said there was something in the file?
Yes, there's, I think that under the
really
guidelines, they ask for an affidavit, and there should be, I have a copy of it.
I see it. I see it, yeah. Okay, do you solemnly swear that the information that you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please write your name and sign the paper. I'm going to give to you momentarily. You need, probably need a pen too.
Okay.
Do you have one?
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot to bring one.
No, here you go.
Okay, thanks. You just need my signature?
Yeah.
And do you need me to print it below?
That would be great.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Now this is your opportunity to provide testimony to us as to why you believe the market value of the home on 56 Cary Circle was $427,878, and that value assessed by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that day. Please try to be as succinct as possible.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Please try to be as succinct as possible.
Sure. I just have one question for you, please. My hearing is at 9:20. Our condos are in the same complex.
Right.
So, as you can probably tell if you look at the information that we provided you, it's exactly the same, except for, the two properties had different appraisals. So, do you want me to sort of speak on behalf of both, or do I need to just speak at the moment?
I want them to be separate because they're going to be separate. Just imagine that somebody was looking just for your file. We want to make sure we have everything.
Okay. Well, then you might have to listen to the entire thing again.
That's okay. I'm going to take notes. Also, it's going to be in the record as well. So.
Okay. Mr. Gibson lives at 56 Cary Circle, which is in the North Stratfield section of Fairfield. It's part of the It's part of the Stratfield Falls Homeowners Association. It encompasses Hillary Circle and Kerry Circle. Kerry Circle has the smaller condos, one-car garages, utility kitchens. Hillary Circle has two-car garages, eat-in kitchens, palladium windows. It has finer appointments. Historically, Hillary Circle has always had higher assessments, appraisals than Kerry Circle until the 2020 revaluation. I don't know if you want me to refer to tabs in here, or just to speak, but I have pictures on tab number 4 of the properties.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a tab, so.
Oh, yeah, we had. Oh, I guess I took the tabs out.
No,
Okay.
Okay.
But I mean, if you'd like to look at my book, if that would help, I have tabs
Oh
in
my
here.
gosh, look at you.
So, okay, this is Gary's. By the way, he goes.
I want to make sure that whatever, you
Oh, it's
know
the
this
same.
very well, so here's what I think was really important to do. You might want to come over here and take a look and make sure that the information that you fill it, or you provided is actually here.
Okay.
This is what's provided in the town. Is that
All
okay
right.
with you? Are you okay with that?
Oh, yes.
Okay, great, thanks. And by the way, I'm a real estate agent, so I'm familiar with stuff.
Okay, good.
Okay, all right, so. Okay.
There's a lot of
Right, so talk
information.
to me.
Here's the picture.
Okay.
Okay, and
Right.
you can see that this is
Speak for the
Kerry.
record for anybody else that is hearing
All
you.
right.
So these pictures.
These pictures are the pictures of Kerry Circle. As you can
Right.
see, they have one-car garages.
Correct, right.
And once again, these are Kerry Circle, just some pictures of Kerry Circle. And following that, this is Hillary Circle. As you can see, they have two-car garages, palladium windows. They have the eating kitchen. This just shows that, historically, the assessments have been higher on Hillary Circle for obvious reasons. Their condos have sold for much more than the ones on Kerry Circle, except in the 2020 evaluation, where their assessments, their appraisals, in many cases, were lower. In the case of Gary Gibson, there was only one.
What did you say, what was lower? Hillary was lower than Kerry, you're saying?
Yes. And I think that chart, there's a chart that may be property taxes, but there's also one that shows assessments. But in any case, it'll.
You have square
That's
footage
tab
on these units? Oh, yeah, I'm looking at it, okay.
And Gary Gibson's unit actually, with the exception of one condominium on Hillary Circle, has the highest property taxes, highest appraisal. And that just does not make sense. The way the evaluation seems to have worked is that Hillary Circle enjoyed a reduction in property taxes of close to 7%. And Kerry Circle is paying 28% more in property taxes. Our property taxes on Kerry Circle went up by 28%, whereas property taxes on Hillary went down by almost 7%. The North Stratfield neighborhood where we live has, I think according to the 2020 evaluation, property taxes went up only 1.5% in the neighborhood.
Oh, you want to say
So-
that again?
Pardon me?
Do you want to say those percentages one more time? Because I'm looking at some numbers, and I have a question to you first.
Okay, let me see.
So those percentages, you
I'll look
said
at
that,
my-
Hillary was reduced
Okay,
by
Hillary-
7,
Hillary's
Gary
assessment-
added
I'm sorry?
20 acres. And Hillary
Hillary Circle went up 27.8%.
The Cary Circle,
Kerry Circle, 27.8%.
27.8%.
And Hillary Circle went down by 6.76%. These are on the assessment. The neighborhood went up by 1.5%. That's a 0085 neighborhood.
Neighborhood went up, how much?
1.5%.
Okay. And I just have a question for you, and I'd like to have this all on the record. As I am looking at it, the Hillary Circle, the square footage is true to what you were saying. I see the square footage on Hillary Circle is much more than the ones on Cary.
Yes.
Cary is about 1,800 square feet, generally speaking, a little less than 1,800. And Hillary, you're talking 25, 2,600 square feet.
Exactly, right. And number 56, which is Gary Gibson's condo, his property taxes are $6.20 per square foot, whereas the average on Hillary is $4.11. So something I think went wrong in the calculation of the property taxes. According to the guidelines provided by the appeals board, I think you also requested comparables.
Right.
And those...
where are we at? Where are the comparables in here?
Okay, let me see if I can...
I see the North Stratfield.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, North
That's
Stratfield.
it. All right. And, you know, so we tried to find properties that were of similar size, and, you know, just to show the disparity, the ones in our neighborhood that were around, you know, 1,800 square feet averaged $2.43, and Mr. Gibson's at 56. His appraisal came out to $328. Another point that we wanted to make was that in that period, the reevaluation period, October 2019 to 2020, there were two sales on Hillary, which averaged about $610,000.
It's the one for $580 and the one for $640. Is that correct?
Right. So it averaged $610, and about 16 days after the period, there was a sale on Kerry Circle, and that was for $525,000, and that was just 16 days after. Now there was a recent sale on Hillary in September of 2021, and that was for $730,000. So we also, as per the guidelines, it was suggested that we look at outside sources. So there's something there from Realtor.com, which...
About approximately how far in? I'm looking at field cards, I'm looking at vision.
Oh, yeah, well, we included, you know, I don't know the extent to which everyone goes...
No, this is good, it's great to have that for the record.
Okay.
Is it before or after the vision cards and the town field cards?
Yeah, let's see, yes, after, you'll see a page entitled Realtor.com Appraisals.
Yeah, about how far away?
It's towards the,
Is it on the next, okay, so is it after the field card?
after the field cards.
There's the field card.
Oh, here
we go. All right,
Okay.
we got it. Okay.
So, we excluded the highest and the lowest. And it showed that during the revaluation period, Terry Circle's values went down 4.83%. Hillary's went down 2.56%. So this is just to show that somehow the increase in our appraisals of 28% just don't make sense. At least as far as, I mean, there may have been.
Okay, I haven't seen this at Realtor.com appraisal. I haven't actually seen this before.
Yes, and Realtor.com is actually, it's the only one you can actually go, I think, month by month. There's and track, and you can see how they value each property, every month of every year going back. So it's the only one that does that. Zillow does not. So we used Realtor because that information was.
So on here it's when we're looking average decrease of 4.83 on Terry.
Right. And if you look at Mr. Gibson, his individual one went down 5.33%. Number 56, Terry Circle, that's his. But overall, the average decrease was 4.83.
And this was October, that was the October 19th to October. Okay, great.
And then I did the same thing on Hillary. We took took out the high and the low, and that averaged a decrease of 2.56%.
Okay.
But you can also see they're at.
Yeah. I'm looking at now the this 2018, 2019 appraisal.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a couple more minutes and then we get to yours.
Sure.
How are we doing with what you have to say? Because I see all these comparables too. This is, you're going to report an awful lot of documentation.
Yeah, I know.
And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Great.
Yeah, so I only have one, and this also shows the appraisals where, the average price on Hillary in October was $603,000, and the average price for, according to Realtor, on Terry was $474,000. The only thing I would explain, and it's, I think Mr. Gibson included his right in the beginning of his calculation of the property tax recalculation, because obviously we had to tell you what we thought the assessment should be, or the appraisal should be. And what we did is we did, Hillary Circle's appraisals were reduced by 6.79% and 6.76%, and we just did the same thing. He did the same thing on his. He took his 2018-19 appraisal.
Sorry, Hillary's appraisals were reduced by how much?
6.76.
And yours, Terry?
Terry's were increased by, I think it's 28 point.
Oh, no, 6.76 is 27.8%.
27.
Right, okay, yep, you mentioned that. I'm kicking up.
Okay.
I'm picking up, okay. No, this is,
So you know, we had to figure out a way to calculate, to come up with something. So we figured, well, if since we're all part of the same complex and Hillary Circle was reduced by 6.76%, what would it be if we took Kerry Circle, you know, our Mr. Gibson's case number 56 reduced, you know, took the assessment at 70% and then reduced that by the 6.76%, and that's how we arrived at the revised assessment.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
And that tracks with the revised property tax and revised assessment of $8,080 for property tax and revised fair market value at $427,878.
Thank you. Do you have any additional paperwork you want to have added to the record?
No.
Okay. Thank you. I'll keep presenting your petition to the majority of the board in its deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of decision. And all decisions will be made in March. If your appeal was denied, you can come back next year. If you are granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next reevaluation of 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter.
I understand.
Okay, thank you. And if you don't have any quick questions, that concludes your hearing. And you can stay here for the next hearing.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Bear with me a moment.
Sure. And you probably have to re-record, right?
And then we're going to start yours in a moment. gonna go through a couple of things just because it's for the record.
Right. Have to re-record the...
Okay. Again, welcome. I'm Judy Sticklock. I'm one of 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 9:28. I'm going to state a few things for the record. Please correct me if any of this is inaccurate. Your appeal number is 7. The property you're appealing is located at 20 Cherry Circle. The owner of this property is Stephen Stavridis. The town has your property appraised at $554,500, and you are requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $404,102. Is all that okay?
Yes.
Everything is correct there?
That is correct.
Now I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf. Please state your name and for the record and whether you're the owner or the agent.
My name is Stephen Stavridis, and I am the owner of the property at 20 Cherry Circle.
Thank you. All right, and can you sign that for me, please? Thank you. Now I'm going to swear you in. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the exception to appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth shall help you God?
I do.
We kind of did that backwards, but you've already done this, so. Okay. All right, so now is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 2020 was $404,102 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. Please try to be as succinct as possible. And I know we just went through
Yes.
a lot of this. You can do bullet points on and be doing the same notes.
Okay.
Anything special for yours?
No, everything that I mentioned with respect to the condominium at 56 Cherry Circle applies to mine as far as the increase in property taxes and the change in appraisals from 2019.
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
There was one comparable at 525, and that was just a couple weeks after the...
Right, yeah, right.
And
that was at 24 Cherry Circle, which is right next to mine.
Right. And I'm looking for that on here.
Are you looking for the sale date? Or
I'm looking for the sale date.
Oh, yeah, I guess that
And did you have any other comparables for either property other than your repairing or comparing them to other units within the complex? Did you have?
No, the only, I think Realtor.com was just compared with all of the units on Cherry.
Sales.
The comparable sales. As far as the
you know, I did this last year. I had very few that were even this complete. I'm getting
Are you looking for the comparable sales or
there. Yeah, I'm looking for that Realtor.com page.
Oh, the Realtor.com is sort of near the...
and you know what? You guys are looking.
Oh, it's upside down.
Oh, I just had it, just had it. So those are appraisals, but where was that sale?
I think the sale is we have a page with sales of, let me see if that's before the, sales, tab number 10.
There was that one page I saw in the other.
Right, it's called North Stratfield Sales versus 20 Kerry Circle Appraisal. It's before all the field cards.
It's before the field card?
Yes.
Okay, that's helpful. Okay, there.
It's after the maps.
I see it.
Okay.
And I don't see a date on there.
The date was, yeah, it's on the sales versus 20 Kerry Circle Appraisal. Is that what you're looking
Field
at?
letter, 20 Terry Circle, I'm looking at where it says there's 10 sales. Yeah, and I don't see the dates on here. You did mention that they all?
Yes, it's on this,
Also, during,
yeah, it's this page, and 24 Kerry Circle is included in the sales.
for goodness sake, yeah, I think this one, we're getting there.
And it should be the
I
page
think
for the all the field cards.
here we go. All right. Okay, great. Yeah, and I saw this in the other one, it's just, looking at it again, I see it.
And really, the only thing that is different, I guess, from the presentation on Gary Gibson's is just sort of minor things. Obviously, my square footage is per square foot is lower than his, but still higher than Mr. Gibson's. Mine is $311.17 versus $243.82 for other sales, comparable sales during that
Okay, so
period.
I'm looking, so the difference, your square footage is different than Mr. Gibson?
No, the square footage is the same, but just based on the appraisal, his appraisal was higher, so his appraisal was $328 per square foot, mine's $311.17 per square foot. But that's still higher than the
Okay, so would you repeat that for me so I can make a note of that?
Let's see. Let's see, the cost for mine was $311.17 was the cost per square foot, the appraisal on my property. The sales, comparable sales during the October 19th to October 20th revaluation period was $243.82.
Okay. And that's helpful. Okay. Great. I've got everything else. Is there anything else?
No, we've got, the property, once again, my calculation was based, using the same formula as Mr. Gibson's, where if Hillary's, appraisals were reduced by 6.76% to arrive at the new property tax, I took my 2019 assessment appraisal, reduced it by 70%, and then applied that same 6.76% reduction. I do have one question for you. If you don't agree with the proposal, do you just, do you either approve or deny that proposal, or do you come back and say, well, is it possible that you would say, well, here's what we think, we'll adjust it by such?
We have done that. Yeah, we have done that.
Okay. So it's not either approve or deny, absolutely.
We have, in certain cases.
You'll adjust.
We have done that.
Okay.
Yes.
But I don't think I have anything to add to the presentation that I made on Mr. Gibson's. All the information is the same. At least the appeals arguments are all the same.
Okay.
Our condos are slightly different, but they're basically all the same, all 1,782 square feet.
Okay, so, is there any additional paperwork you would like to have added to the record?
No.
Okay. Then I will thank you. I'll be presenting your petition to the majority of the board in a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of decision. All decisions will be made in March, and if your appeal was denied, you can come back next year. If you are granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until next evaluation of 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision to court. Instructions on how to appeal a court will be in your decision letter. Okay?
Very good. Thank you.
And I thank you, and if you don't have any questions, just complete your hearing, and you can leave.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Sorry for the confusion in both of doing both at the same time, but I appreciate it.
No, it's actually helpful. It's actually very helpful, so thank you very much.
You have a long day ahead of you, a lot of work.
This is nothing compared to last year. Yes.
I imagine that was the first year, right? So.
We had about 650 appeals last year. And we had about 25% of that.
Oh. But still considerable numbers, right?
Thank you for calling in. Thank you for being on time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks. Thanks for hearing the appeal. I appreciate it. Bye. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. You too. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you Maria? Yep. Come on in, Maria. Okay. How are you?
Okay. Mask expired. No. I'm so nervous.
What's that?
I'm so nervous.
Oh, stop. Please don't be nervous. It's me. No, gosh. Oh, you're a sweetheart. You are a sweetheart. I gotta do a couple things for the record. And just deep breath. Okay? Deep breath. We're all good.
Even I
Good.
do I have to wear the mask?
It is 9:45. Okay.
I'm 58 years old and nervous. Like a kid.
Okay, welcome. I'm Tuesday Black. second one of 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 9:45 a.m. And I'm going to state the appeal details for the record. Please correct me if anything is inaccurate. Okay?
Okay.
The appeal number is number 8.
Yeah.
The property you're appealing is located at 222 Melville Drive. The owner of this property is Maria Sublet.
Yeah.
The town is your property appraised at $177,730.
Yeah.
And you're requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $130,000.
Yeah.
Is that all correct?
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay, this one.
Now, I'm going to confirm that you are either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in. Can you please state your name and for the record and whether you're the owner or the agent?
I am Maria Sulek, and I am not an agent.
Are you the owner or the
Yes,
agent?
I am the owner.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, now I'm going to swear you in. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. And please write your name and sign the paper on this here, confirming that you were just sworn in.
The date? Do you need the date?
No,
That's it?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Now this is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 2nd, 2020 was $130,000 and not the value assessed by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. And please try to be as succinct as possible.
So I found 3 properties in that time period. 2019 to 2020
I see.
October.
The 3 properties here?
Yes.
Okay.
So which are assets much lower than mine. So the first one is 10 Campfield Drive, which is a half a duplex like mine, and assets value $150,097, and this property is superior to the subject property. There is an extra half bath.
So that one has an extra half bath.
Yeah. And the second one, 10 Naps Drive, and SS value 167.
1 second. All right, this is on Yaps Park you're talking about?
Yes, no,
Okay.
167.93, 930. And this property is superior to the subject property. There is an extra half bath. There is an extra bedroom. There is 300 more square feet. This house is SS 166 per square feet. So 300 square feet equal 45,099.
Okay.
My property doesn't have a basement, only crossing. And so the third one is 60 Longview Avenue,
Right.
which was SS 164,290. And this property is superior to the subject property. There is an extra half bath. there is 150 more square feet. And this house is SS 172.90 per square feet. So 150 square feet equal 25,941. And also, you need more evidence?
No, well, this is what you got. Do you have something else that you want to add?
Yeah, I do. 23 Beacon View Drive. It's exactly the house like mine, half a duplex, but even more square feet. And
Which one is this?
23 Beacon View Drive.
Is this, and this you don't have in your packet.
No.
You want me to add this to the record?
Now can I show you?
Sure.
Yeah, so this property has more square feet. Mine is 2,800 square feet, but
Okay.
to mine, I cannot add nothing. There is no basement. This has a basement, and this has more property, 2 times more than mine. And she pays this much. Tax 3,193. I pay 400.
Was this one recently sold though? We need comparables, right? I can add this for you if you want. The board members request comparable sales, right? So we can determine the value of the property at the time of the revaluation.
This is what I don't understand. And the unit price is always any property I look in my area is much lower. Mine is 60. How come it?
Well, you want to add this?
And also these are not sold, but for comparison, this is my neighbor.
Hold on a second.
And so I have a couple of, I don't know if you have time.
Let's see, I'll tell you if I have time. Moment. My time doesn't matter, it's your time, right? You've got a couple.
Couple minutes, oh.
Yeah.
So I think my house is the smallest among others because I know there are other 800 square feet houses, but my property I think the smallest in Fairfield.
The property is very small.
Very small. We cannot even add a foyer. Not even a foyer. So, and just, I don't know, other properties. I know this is a single home. What bothers me, my neighbor in the back, old guy, so he owns the other half, and we are together with almost $10,000 for tax. Across the street, next to me, they own the whole house. I mean, I know this can be compared, but I don't know why. They own the whole house, they rent it out, so they have income, and of course the property is bigger than ours,
Right?
and they pay only $6,600, both of them, and I know many of these people. So, and look at these people.
Okay, do you want to link with these?
Kind of low income person. I moved into this house in 1998 because I thought I always can afford this house. But since then, 1998, my tax was 1,700. And now it's like 4,700. I know, of course, everything is inflation is higher.
I get it.
But But
Tell me about that.
I say compared to other people, I mean, look at this house. It's a very good neighborhood, Stevenson Road. They have this much property, 10 times more than mine, 10 times more. And this is how much they pay for tax. 5,000. So only $1,000 more than I do. And this unit price, I don't even get it. So here is $997, and mine is 60 something.
Okay, so,
Yeah, 60.
you mentioned that, okay.
Yeah.
So, put your field card here, I want all of this, we'll add this to the record.
But even in mine, too?
Yeah, sure. Yours, and, oh yeah, yours is too, but it looks the same as that, and I wanna add it in, I'll do whatever I can to help you.
Yeah. But, okay. And many times they make mistakes, so I say, I know. So my ex-husband and I bought this property, 1998. I bought it from him, 2000, and this property never was sold by me for 167. I never saw this house. My ex-husband bought a place, Patona Drive, and he sold it this time for this money, and they put it on my name and my husband.
Oh, yeah, that's from the MLS, okay, they
And I-
can set that up.
You know how many times
Yeah.
I bought them? They don't fix it.
Oh,
I-
I'm sorry.
Because I was upset about it. They said, oh, the house is on your name, but still, the record is not correct.
This is a half duplex, it's not a two-family.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Okay,
That's mine. Half
Right.
duplex, only half.
okay. Oh, so, wait a minute. Okay, so it's correct on the town record. Wait a minute, let me see your field card.
What is
Let me see your field card. Yeah.
Yeah.
One more time.
What's it?
Okay, it says half duplex, okay.
Yeah, half a
All right.
Yep.
So what did you want to add to the record? What did you want to add to it?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think?
Whatever you want, it's okay. Whatever it is that you want to add to it, we're going to do that.
Okay. Okay, I've done it.
Now, let's see.
This guy,
Yeah.
next door, my address, his sister.
Oh.
And the other time, they charged me for 5 years for another shed.
Okay.
For me, I don't know.
Okay, that's not yours?
No, that's,
No, okay, wait a minute. So you don't have a shed on your property either?
no, I have a shed, but they have the same shed, because
Okay.
my neighbor built it long before.
Okay.
So we have the
All right.
same shed, but whoever did the valuation, he didn't know. I mean, we even had, they collected it. I got the $16.
Oh.
But it kind of upsets me.
All right,
So-
so this is yours. So we want me to add your field card here. What else do you want me to add?
Oh,
Just you can do? Okay.
And of course, they said, I cannot compare to this, I don't know why not, because it's a property in Fairfield.
Oh.
I know it's not the same, but still, to compare to these people who have 10 times more land, 10 times more land than me, and look at that, boy, this is what I want to say. Yeah. So, how come Cleveland, this is 23, this and you. So exactly same house like now, but you have bigger land, but the land value is much less than mine.
Okay.
And
all right.
also these people who have this big house,
Okay.
land, the
Got it.
land is valued 220, but mine is more. So how come mine was more?
Oh, geez, I know this was very,
So it's like,
okay.
I don't
I'm gonna add these.
by common sense.
I'll add these.
But maybe it's not common sense.
I'm gonna add it. I'll add it to the file, okay? All right? And you did good. There's nothing to be nervous about.
Oh, never been in court, never been.
No, this is easy. This is easy. You did a great job. So thank you. I'll be presenting your petition. You want these two deeds or a different put this on the record?
You know this? No.
No, this,
But this lady,
that's not from the town, so don't worry about it.
No, that's not from the town?
No, this is from the local listing service.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, this is better.
Okay.
I mean, if you
No,
want,
I said it doesn't matter.
if you want to put this in, we can put it in, but this is multiple listing
Okay.
printout. This is not from the town.
Okay.
Okay. I will be presenting your petition to the majority of the board at deliberation session for consideration of vote. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of decision. All decisions will be made in March, and if your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you are granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation in 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Okay. I thank you, and if you don't have any other questions, this will be your hearing.
Can I have a copy of this or no?
What?
Copy of this, no?
No. This is just what I'm supposed to say to you. This, by the way, is recorded,
Fine.
so you can hear it. Okay.
I don't know really what to use, but.
Well, thank you very
My
much.
English is fine.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Thank you so much. And, all the way up. And also they're saying, oh, this is a good area, you know.
Good.
No, because all renters, they messy. All renters have a sewer problem.
Oh, yeah.
Since the beginning, now we have to spend $10,000, $15,000 because of clay pipe.
Oh, I think that you can get insurance. It might be too expensive
No,
now,
it's
but you can get it, yeah, but
So
you
we
can get
we
insurance.
spent thousands of pounds for shower.
Wow.
And, yeah, so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. They said, there's somebody here, up here, I can talk about the sewers.
Talk about the what? I don't know, you can go downstairs and somebody might be able to help you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
thank you, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hi, come on in. Come on in. Is it Donna?
Yes.
Hi, Donna. Thank you. Give me a moment.
Sure.
Welcome, I'm Judy Stapleton. I'm one of 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 10:04.
Okay. I wear hearing aids and I don't hear that great, so I may have to ask you to repeat. Yeah.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm happy to repeat.
Okay,
And
thank you.
Okay, you got it. I'm going to state the appeal for the record. Just correct me if any of this is inaccurate. Your appeal number is 25.
Yes.
The property you're appealing is located at 52 Cary Circle.
Correct.
The owner of the property is Donna Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Your town has a property appraised at $560,400. You're requesting that the town reduce your appraised value to $450,000.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf. Please state your name for the record and whether you are the owner or the agent.
Donna Jackson, and I'm the owner.
Okay, now I'm going to swear you in. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment of appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please write your name and sign the paper.
Sure.
And then give that back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now this is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 2nd, 2020 was $450,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. Please try to be as succinct as possible.
Okay. The taxes based on our home, in addition to those based on the block next to us, which is also part of Stratfield Falls, is very inconsistent. Our tax rate went up per square foot our taxes went up per square foot from $314 to $594 over the 5-year period. The next block, which is Hillary Circle, which has approximately 800 more square feet than we do, has a 2-car garage and an eat-in kitchen. Their appraised value is now at 4.20 as the highest. It seems very inconsistent that our unit...
4.20 as opposed to what? Do you have a tax rate for...
I'm sorry?
Your street? I see you have appraised number, you said 4.2 for Hillary.
Our appraised value is, at 52 Cary Circle is $5.94 per square foot.
Oh.
If you look at Hillary Circle, which is a larger unit, our unit is 1,782 square feet, 1-car garage.
Okay, so you were talking percentage, you were talking about dollars per square foot that it went up?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Per square foot. And Cary Circle, where I live, has a 1-car garage, 1,782 square feet, no eat-in kitchen. Hillary Circle is 2,469 square feet, has a 2-car garage, has an eat-in kitchen. And their taxes per square foot are anywhere from $4 per square foot up to, except for one, up to 4.20 per square foot. So the taxes don't appear to be in line with the increased square footage and a 2nd garage and an eating kitchen, and we don't have any of those, and we are paying more taxes unless.
Got it.
Other than that, I just did some research to look at areas around us that had other other condos is what I looked at. And we still came out the highest. And the average for North Stratfield, where I live, was an increase of 1.5%. And our taxes went up 28%. And I know these are averages, percent of changes, but even by the beach, they went up almost 20%, and ours went up 28%. And I don't understand why that was the case.
So the North Stratfield neighborhood went up 1.5%, and your complex went up 28%?
Yes. And then I also looked at, oh, it's not here, sorry. Well, I had looked at some neighboring areas that had square footages similar to ours, like, oh, here it is, I'm sorry. Woodfield Village, which is down the street from us, their tax rate is much less. Gate Ridge Road, theirs is less. No one's is up at the same level that ours is. And those are just condos in the area. I don't know that I was able to, I just know that Woodfield Village, it's 489, 4.89, 4.86, and 2.59. Gate Ridge is 4.75, 5.14, 4.89. Park Avenue in Fairfield is 3.17, 3.30, and Hillary Circle is 4.12. So they're all.
And you've included all of it.
I have that sheet in there for you. So they're all less than 5.93. Nothing comes close to what we're paying. And it's also, Cary Circle in particular, to the best of my knowledge, has no children. Everyone is retired. So it's not a retirement community, so it is open to anyone who wants to purchase. But the people that are living there now, to the best of my knowledge, are all retired on Cary Circle. And Hillary Circle, there's one family. So basically it attracts senior citizens.
Is that an adult complex?
Pardon me?
Is that an adult complex?
No, it is not. It does allow children.
Okay.
It just happens to draw.
Okay. So one of the owners doesn't have to be 55 in order to purchase?
I'm sorry?
One of the owners, you don't have to be 55 or years or older.
You don't have to be 65 and older, but none of the owners on Cary Circle, to the best of my knowledge.
55 and older, no.
They're all 55 and older on Cary Circle. But you don't have to be.
That's not a requirement.
It's not a retirement community.
That's not a requirement to purchase.
No, it is not.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Am I hearing?
No, you know what, when I think that complex, initially, they wanted.
They wanted to be.
Right. Okay,
But they couldn't get it.
That's where I'm going.
Right.
Okay.
But they could
All
not
right.
get that.
No, I appreciate it. No, this is all good information. And this I already have a copy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I mean, I can put it back into the record if you want, but we already have done it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, is there any additional paperwork you would like to have added to the record?
No.
Okay. So thank you. I'll be presenting your petition to the majority of the board on the deliberation session for consideration of vote. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you were granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next evaluation in 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And if you don't have any other questions, this concludes your hearing, and you can leave.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
we gotta determine what you have and what you don't have.
Great.
So
There's
you're
no
gonna go to
better
the
way-
elevator. There's
Okay.
no better way than coming. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your time so much and your help. Hi.
Feel the heat already coming on.
Yeah, it's not too bad in my phone. It's big. Yeah, that's right, Bob.
Oh, okay. This is room 4?
Have a seat. Yep.
Thank
Have
you.
a seat, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, shoot. Are you going to also see Al Tridell? Was that another person?
I've got your agenda in front of me, so.
Okay, all right.
All right, so, welcome, my name is Judy J. Black, I'm one of 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today, your hearing is also being recorded.
Okay.
The current time is 10:22.
Unfortunately, we don't have my line, so otherwise.
Thank you. And I'm going to state the appeal, a few things for the record, please correct me if anything is incorrect.
Okay.
Your appeal number is 18, you can have a seat, sir.
Oh, okay.
Your appeal number is 18.
Yes.
The property you're appealing is located at 46 Cary Circle.
No.
Oh, no.
44.
Oh, you're, 44, I apologize, it's 44 right on here, yep. The owner of the property is Harvey and Gail Hoffman.
Yes.
The town has your property appraised at 525.6, and you're requesting the town reduce your appraised value to 450.
Yes.
Okay, great. Now I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in.
Okay.
Can you please state your name for the record and whether you're the owner or the agent?
My name is Harvey Hoffman, and I live at 44 Cary Circle, and I'm the owner.
Thank you. All right, now I'm going to swear you in. Can you raise your right hand?
Yep.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment still now question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Please write your name and sign the paper. Confirming that you were just handed. If you only you have your pen.
Yeah, I am. Okay.
Now, this is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 2020 was $450,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that day. And please try to be.
Okay. All right. May I show you this?
Please?
That's in that package, but if you'd like.
Okay, I'm making sure about that. And if it's not in the package, we're gonna add it.
It should be there.
Okay, see it. It's here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I just want, for the record, I just want you to see what I'm talking about.
Right.
Stratfield Falls condominium consists of these two streets. These are private property streets. One is Cary Circle, the other is Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then later on, I'm going to compare this against Park North condominium, which is right there.
Right.
And then I'm going to compare it against Woodfield, which is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So just to get a handle on where all these three condos. Stratfield Falls was built about, all of the units were built about 20 years ago, approximately. You have the exact dates on this sheet here.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. It was 20 years ago, approximately. All of them were built at the same time. So, the ones that are over here on
I'm looking at it here, so that's easy. If you tell me the ones over on Stratfield Falls?
Yeah,
Yeah.
both of these two streets are Stratfield Falls.
Right.
Okay?
Hillary and Cary.
Hillary and Cary Circle. Both of those streets.
Right.
They're private streets there. The ones on Hillary Circle are significantly larger. They're units that have a two-car garage. They have an eat-in kitchen, very large rooms, and the exact, and you can see this, and I've provided this on this chart here, but I have two charts in which to show you. This chart here.
Is this something in my file?
Yes, everything.
Okay,
Everything
all right.
I'm talking to is
So
in.
great, so I'm gonna refer to that. Great,
Okay.
great.
Yeah. Okay. The top chart is Hillary. Is Cary Circle, and the bottom chart is Hillary Circle. You see the top?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, good. You can see that all of the units, including mine at 44 Cary Circle, are 1,782 square feet.
Right.
And the units in Hillary Circle are larger. All of them are larger than 2469. The average is 2488 square feet. So there's a significant size difference between the two.
I want to share something with you. You're the third person to come in from this complex.
Yes.
This is the finest document I've seen regarding your revenue.
Thank you. I wrote it.
Is 1506 First Street here?
Thank you.
Okay. I appreciate that thought.
Hi, are you Elliot? Come on up, I'm Katie. Nice to meet you.
I have another person that I'm going to represent, Al Tridell, but
Oh, that's good news.
at 10:40, I think.
Okay.
Anyhow, we have one car garage in Cary Circle. Hillary has a two-car garage. They have an eat-in. Hillary Circle has an eat-in kitchen. Cary Circle does not. So you can see that there's a significant difference in the size of the unit. I went ahead and for each one of those units calculated the taxes per square foot of living area. I'm only interested in living area, and that's this column. Oh, okay. So the taxes per square foot of living area at Hillary Circle is about $5.91 average. Mine in particular at 44 is slightly less, it's 557. The taxes per square foot of living area is at Hillary Circle is $4.12. So they have a larger house, but less. They pay less taxes per square foot, significantly less, from $591 to $412. So I then also went ahead and did something similar to two other condos on the next sheet that I have. On the next sheet, it shows you Woodfield Village and Park North condominiums. And I didn't take all of them, but I took a representative sample because no matter what I do, it's going to be similar. And you're going to see that the taxes per square foot at Woodfield Village is going to be, significantly lower. It varies between roughly 446, went up all down as low as 259 actually, and all the way to 514. Park North has a taxes per square foot of $4.31. So Hillary Circle is $4.12, and Cary Circle, where I live, is $5.57. So when I compare our taxes per square foot where I live to the area and to the other condominium, or not condominium, the other section of Stratfield Falls, we're significantly higher. So from a cost standpoint, so right there, I think where there's about a 23% to 26% difference, and that's where I think our taxes should go down by about 20%.
Right, no, I appreciate this. This is most helpful, this, and no one has supplied me with anything like that.
Thank you.
So this is most helpful.
Okay, you understand it though. I know it's a lot of numbers, and I apologize for all that noise in those numbers.
Oh, no, I love numbers. I'm a numbers person. I'm a real estate agent as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to get a handle on that. From a cost standpoint, there was only one condominium sold in the last couple of years on Cary Circle.
At 525?
It was 525. Yes, it was 525. Hillary Circle, there was one that sold 650. This was an average of 650. Right there, you can see that at a minimum, there should be a more than a 20% difference in taxes. Hillary should be 20% lower than, Cary Circle should be 20% lower than Hillary. That's really my argument. Based on the summary over here, to achieve this, roughly speaking, a comparable taxes per square foot should be about $4.31. I think you have the sheet.
I want to make sure that I'm looking at it, just to make sure that I do have it. If I don't
That should
have
be
it, I
towards
want
the
to add
end.
it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I
That's
do.
it, right. So, based on, I'm proposing that we have an existing taxes per square foot of $5.57. I'm suggesting that be lowered to $4.31, which would then give me an appraised value equal to $450,000, assessment of $315,000, and an adjusted personal property tax of $8,500. I'm not looking to pay nothing, I'm just looking to pay what I think is a fair share. For whatever, and you have this sheet, for whatever it means, all of the people just about are retired on Cary Circle.
Okay. I'm just making some notes on your behalf.
Thank you. That's about the story. I mean, I don't have anything else to say other than that, what I've just shown you.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to include?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well then, thank you. I will be presenting your petition to the majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You will be notified by mail the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you were granted a reduction, you could not appeal again until the next evaluation in 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter.
Okay. That's fine. Do you have any question on what I said?
No, not at all, not at all. And do you have any questions?
The only question I have is, I'm supposed to represent Al Tridell, who's another unit owner. He's not here right now. He's in Florida. And I don't know to whom I'm supposed to speak. I should find that out.
I'm going to finish with you here, and then I'm going to review you probably.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great. And then if you don't have any other questions, this concludes your hearing.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for listening.
Would that be number 59?
Yes,
Yeah.
59 is Al Tridell.
One moment. Okay. Do you have anything that, you have any kind of affidavit that you are looking at?
I think it's supposed to have been,
Yeah, I got it.
okay.
I got it. Okay. Okay. I just had to get the verification and that your authorization is in here. That's all.
Okay,
All right. We got to go through a couple of other things for the record, okay?
okay,
My name is Judy Zabla. I'm one of the 7 board members on the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 10:37.
I am, I'm right on time.
And Harvey.
I'm representing Al Tridell.
Yeah, I know, but your name.
My name is Harvey Hoffman, Hoffman.
Okay, I'm going to state a few things for the record. Your appeal number is number 19. The property you're appealing is located at 59 Cary Circle. The owner of this property is Alfred and Ann Tridell. The town of the property appraised at $578,400. You're requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $450,000. Is that correct?
Yes,
Great. Okay, great. Now then I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in.
okay,
Can you state your name for the record and whether you are the agent?
okay, my name is Harvey Hoffman, and I'm an agent representing Al and Ann Tridell.
Okay. Now I'm going to swear you in. Can you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear that the information you yourself give concerning your substance and criminal questions shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, give your name and signature. Okay. Is there anything, what would you like to, talk about for Mr. Treasurer?
Okay, well, it's very similar to what I just showed you before. He has a unit on Cary Circle, number 59. It's a few houses away from me, and
James Holiday.
the discussion is somewhat similar. Do you want me to repeat the entire discussion, or do you want to?
You can go over the highlights for the record. I'm making notes,
Okay,
okay? So as you see I'm writing, that's what I'm doing.
right. Well, Al lives at 59 Cary Circle. His home, just like mine and all the other homes on Cary Circle, is 1,782 square feet. I mentioned before that Hillary Circle is at 2,488 square feet, significantly larger, approximately a third larger. Actually, it's 44, closer to 40%. Hillary Circle is 2-car garage, eat-in kitchen, much larger, different rooms. And on a per square foot living area basis, Al's taxes are presently $6.13, whereas the Hillary Circle average is $4.12. So Al's taxes for a smaller house, significantly smaller house, is $2 more per square foot. And so that's what the chart shows. The chart does show, my backup is on the next page, where it shows all of the information for both Cary Circle and Hillary Circle, and it shows that on a per square foot basis, the average at Hillary Circle is $5.61. Al's is even higher at $6.13, and the average per square foot taxes per square foot of living area at on Hillary Circle is $4.12. So a larger house, lower taxes, which is a nice situation for them. I'm just asking for a comparable. If I compare our taxes to other, to Woodfield Village and to Park North, which are in the same general vicinity, you can see that the average at Woodfield Village it ranges between $2.59 all the way up to $5.14, whereas Park North is about $3.17. The average, it goes up to $4.31, depending upon the apartment. So I'm proposing that ours be reduced to around $4.12 of taxes per living area square foot.
Got it.
That's really I think that would make it comparable. So on a per square foot basis, I think it's unreasonable for Hillary, which is roughly 40% larger, to pay significantly less taxes. I should also add, which I didn't add before, when I told you the taxes at Park North and Woodfield Village, as a real estate broker, you know that Park North and Woodfield Village has swimming pools. They have amenities that Stratfield Falls does not have. So if anything, they should be paying more. They're paying less, but they should be paying more. At Stratfield Falls, both Hillary Circle and Cary Circle have no amenities. So Park North, they have swimming pool. Park North and Woodfield have swimming pools and stuff like that. So there's a significant difference right there. I guess that's it.
That's it? Okay. Do you have any additional paperwork you want to have added to the file?
No, I think you have everything.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'll be presenting your petition to the majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You will be notified by mail on the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All the decisions will be made in March, and if your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you are granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next evaluation in 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. And if you don't have any other questions, this concludes your hearing.
No, I have no other question. There was a young lady before me who came, Donna Jackson, who she was next door to me. And I think you'll be hearing from several other people. Several of them are using the same material that I just gave you because here's that.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we'll get notified in March, right?
Yeah, our goal is to, get this done for like the next week.
You got a lot of work ahead of you.
I did this last year, we had 650 fields.
Oh my goodness.
So they asked me to come back this year. We have a 25% of what it was last year. So this is kind of like I'm having breakfast and lunch prepared today. You know, I mean, this is great. And and I love to be able to help people like you.
I hope. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Greg Lane here?
Oh, hi. Well,
Oh, okay.
well, oh, you know what, I'm in some up Monday, and I think you should check it, I'm not.
Oh, Greg may be in with
in
someone else.
till the end of the week, but, I'm not first a little bit, and I'm just concerned. Yeah, yeah. All right. Oh, okay.
Here, okay.
Yeah, one. All right, so like three of the stitches came out, came out in the last day or two, is that okay?
Oh, right.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm like in the middle of work, and I have like a brief 10/16/62. Just, well, the point where if I don't take aspirin, I'm gonna be in pain. Or Advil, I should say, if I don't take Advil, I'm in pain. Thank you. Right. Judy. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, now I have to get off the phone. Yeah. No. Is there any way that you could see me today? I'm already scheduled to be in there on Friday. Unless you think it can wait. It's just like I have a lot of pain right now. That's all. Well, I'm okay right now. The earliest I'd be able to come, I could either do today or like tomorrow or Thursday sometime. But I have to get off the phone now. Okay? All right. Yep. Thanks a lot. Okay, great. All right, great. Thank you.
Come on in, how are you?
Want me to come up and introduce you?
Hello.
How are you?
Good, and are you Laura? You are?
Yes.
All right. All right, we have a little bit of housekeeping to do, Laura. Okay.
All right, I have other documents, two, I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna I've got a couple of things that I want to put in for the record.
Absolutely.
Okay? So we're gonna start that way, and then I'll ask you for anything you want to ask you, and we'll do that.
Okay.
All right. Welcome, my name is Judy Black. I'm one of the 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals, and I'm going to hear your appeal today. So your hearing is also being recorded, and the current time is 11:01. I'm going to state a few things for the record. Please correct me if any of this is inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
Your appeal number is 37.
Yes.
You are appealing to the property located at 86 Carita Street.
Correct.
The owner of the property is Laura and Rivas and Tom Weesey.
Yep.
The town has your property appraised at 512.2,
Mhm.
and you are requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $436,000. Is that correct?
Correct.
Great, thanks. Now I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf, and they'll swear you in. So can you please state your name?
Yes, Laura.
For the record, and whether you are the owner or an agent.
My name is Laura Arribas. I am the owner.
Thank you, Laura. Now I'm going to swear you in. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. All right. If you would write your name and sign here for the record, we really appreciate that. Oh, you have it.
Yeah, I brought it. I'm all ready.
Just write your name, print your name and sign it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on 86 Corita, right there, 8688 Corita,
Yep.
was $436,000, and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that day. Please try to be as succinct as possible.
Okay. All right. So I am here to contest the property tax increase in assessed value of 86 Corita Street. Currently, we are paying $9,673 in property taxes based on the town's assessed value of $512,200. In 2020, we paid $7,389 in property tax. That's a 31% increase in 1 year. Second, as stated in the petition, I submitted the property, that the property is not in line with similar properties in our area. I can read some of these too. It's a little more clean cut. I organize them a little better too. For these properties.
Is this all the same that I have?
Same, yeah, same stuff, but I put little sticky tabs. I highlighted a little bit better. It's a little bit organized.
You are a sweetheart. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So I'm submitting 3 similar properties. The first one is 276 Villa Ave. It's a 2-family house. It sold in May 2021 within a 6-month period after October 1st for $400,000. The appraised value was $341,000. The second property was 208 Fairchild Ave. It was also a 2-family house. Sorry about that. 2-family house. It sold for $430,000 on 11/20. The appraised value was $359,800. This property has new flooring in comparison to ours, and also has granite countertops. The third and final property was one of...
I want to go back to...
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like speeding through this. I'm a fast talker.
No, it's okay. So, and now I think you're going to talk about 109
Yes.
Highway. Right?
109 Kings Highway. East is a 2-family again. It sold for $480,000 on 2/3/2021. The appraised value was $333,700. This also has an HVAC, which is an AC unit. We do not have it on our property, and there's also additional off-street parking on this property that we do not have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So those are the 3 properties. And the way that I found the opinion of my market value, yes, that is just so much of that. But yeah, I just kind of streamlined it for today. So the way that I found the fair market value is I average those together.
You average what, the prices?
The
What did you average?
I think this is sold value. Maybe I should have done the assessed value. The assessed, because the town's value is 512, so I did what it sold for. And that was
You average the three prices?
yeah. Mhm. Okay, let me know when you're ready. And then another point is we are currently 20 yards from the Bridgeport line, so we live on a one-way street, and so it's our house, another house, a stop sign, and there's a Bridgeport line right there. And we get a lot of through traffic from there. It's a one-way street. They're going right into Bridgeport. People speeding by that stop sign don't even stop. I've had people coming the wrong way on our street.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of chaos.
I know you are.
We do love our neighbors, but it is a little crazy in our street. And then also in addition, we are 200 yards from commercial properties. We have Tesco's by us. We have a Subway by us. We have a gas station, a liquor store, and the liquor store actually has been robbed a few times. And I actually printed out, I can submit this to you, from the patch. It was posted on October 22. It was robbed at 20. So it was robbed within the month of our house being assessed. And that was one of many.
I'll add this to the record.
I mean, not to mention there's also a bar that is a little bit further right there, and there's some stabbings that happen there. So, I mean, not the safest. So, in addition, I'm also going to be submitting, if possible, the GIS from our neighbors on the right and left side. So it's 98 and 78 Carita Street. So their taxes in 2020 only went up 3% and 6% respectively, compared to our 31%.
Neighbors 103 and 6% respectively.
Yeah.
And yours went up.
13.
What was the number? You did tell me the number.
30%?
How much?
30%.
31%.
31%, yeah.
Right,
Sorry. 31%. So here is I asked my two neighbors.
156 correct, Eric?
Okay, so your 31%,
Thank you.
that was your actual annual increase, dollar increase. And yours went up dollar increase 3 to 6%? Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry, what was
Or was it, when the 31, when you're talking about the increases, you said yours went up 31% and your neighbors went up 3 and 6% respectively. Are we talking about the property taxes?
Well, it's yes, their taxes based on the assessed value.
Right, but, okay, it just, there was just.
Sorry,
Yeah, right, okay.
So those are both the two properties. And I think I submitted the wrong kind of version of my, my card. I printed it out just in case you need that one. I think I submitted something like this before.
It's the same thing.
Oh, it is, okay. I didn't know if it had to be a format of
Yeah,
this.
no, do you want to add that?
I don't make it easier so you guys can cross-compare those two properties.
No, I'm going to put all this in.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like bombarding you with all the paperwork.
Okay, so. So you have, got one November 20, November 20, you have two of them, two sales on November 20, no, it was one. The Kings Highway is in February 21. The villa is in May of 21. Do you have anything else that is prior to that, 20?
So the villa was May 20. The
Right.
Fairchild one was 11/20. The Kings Highway.
That's marginal, and that's, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then the other Kings Highway was 2/3/2021.
Right, right. Do you have anything else that is, closer to that October date?
No, just I really have that in November. It was during COVID, so it was probably a weird time.
All right. First one I'm gonna suggest to you.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to go to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Get somebody to give you a comp between 2019 and 2020.
2019. Oh, I had my realtor call, and he spoke to somebody, and they told him it has to be 6 months after October 1st. So I had him,
Okay.
Yeah,
Hold
so-
on, October 1st.
and then 6 months after. It wasn't prior.
Okay. Somebody told you that they take this 6 months?
Yeah, my realtor called and just confirmed, because he sent me all those listings.
All right, we didn't, okay, I think, they're in here. We're gonna do that. I just want you to know, I think it will help the case.
Sure, absolutely.
I did this last year, it's not my first rodeo.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I appreciate your help.
All right, so I would do at least one more from that October, just try to get 2020 in there. And I think it would be a smart idea.
Prior?
We can work with this.
Okay.
We can work with this, okay? I think it might be helpful.
Okay, so it's October prior to it? I can be within just 2020?
Yeah,
on the
the
property.
2020, we just go through the 2020.
Okay, sure. Great. And then should I come back here and just give you?
Just tell me you want to add something to the file, but you better do it like in the next day or so.
I will go home right now and then come right back.
And then just go, and then go bring it to say, I want to add something to my appeal number, could I do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you so much.
All right.
And anything else?
No, what was this? This is still, you?
Sorry, is that a
I don't
draft?
think that's your.
That was part of the, I think
Okay, yeah, I don't think
that's
that's the
Yeah,
last page.
of the
whatever.
printout. Okay.
All right.
And it was Judy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And is there any other paperwork you'd like to have that into the record?
Just what I'm going to be bringing back within the hour.
Okay, all right. I'll make a note so that you bring back another comment.
Could I,
Thank you, and I'll be presenting a petition to the majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration of vote. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you are granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next reevaluation of 4 years. If we don't agree with the board's decisions, then you would take the next step to send your decision to court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Okay?
okay, I just have one question regarding that. So if the assessed value is changed, is anything backdated? Is it like, I don't know how that works.
And you know what? You're going to ask the tax assessor.
Okay.
Okay? That's a good question.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, if you don't have any other questions, this concludes your hearing.
I have one more question.
Okay.
Sorry. How can I form it? Is it Zillow can I do, or do you want me to go to my realtor again and ask them to find out properties that way?
One that has the most details on it would be most helpful to you.
Okay.
I would say ask your realtor.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, have a great day, Judy. Thank you for taking the time.
number 1. Room 4.
Second door to the left, down there.
All right.
I think I'm supposed to be here. My name's Greg.
Yes, Greg?
Rhoda Avenue, is that me, the subject?
Yeah.
Oh, good. How are
I'm
you?
looking for it, I'm like, okay.
I was just over with Carol.
That's all right.
Okay, so
All
we're
right, I
here.
got a couple of things for the record.
That's, I know,
And-
taking care of business.
That's it, okay. I'm Judy Staples.
Hi, Judy, good morning.
Hey, nice to see you again.
Good to see you. It's good to be here. It's a very slow year.
This is like breakfast in bed, all right? So we're 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 11:24. And I'm going to say a few things for the record.
Sure.
Please correct me if any of this is inaccurate. Your appeal number is 45. The property you're appealing is located at 130 Rhoda Avenue. The owner of this property is Mrs. Sephora. The town has a property appraised at 1.8857. You are requesting the town reduce your appraised value to 1.675.
That's correct.
Great, thanks. And now I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on your behalf of Terry Lynn.
Yes,
So can you just state your name?
certainly. Good morning.
For the record, and whether you're the owner or the agent.
For the record, my name's Gregory Lane. I'm a state-certified general real estate appraiser. I'm acting as the agent for the homeowner, Susan Sephora, and I'm handing over 2 original appraisals and a copy of the agent certification to Judy.
Great, thanks, Greg. Can
You're
you,
welcome.
please sign,
Sir,
print and sign over here, please?
I didn't print for Carol, I just signed. Okay. And I'd like to thank you for volunteering your time here. After last year, this year's gonna be pretty easy, right?
Yeah, I personally heard 88 appeals last year. That was, forget about the appraisal. That was what I just heard, that's all. All right, so.
It was a challenge.
Guys, this is like, I really appreciate it.
Well, I try and make it as easy as I can for the people on the board, and I was just telling Carol, like, the tax appeal I just had was on a street down by the beach, and there was a comp right on the same street that was so much less, and before I even did that tax appeal, I knew that we had a good appeal because of the comps in the area. So I don't come here if there's not something justified for me to be here for, because I don't want to waste your time, my time, people's money. So that's enough of my speech. So the subject property is a single-family dwelling located in the beach section down by Fairfield, as we said previously, 130 Rhoda Avenue. The site size is just a little over 10,000 square feet, which is legal in the A zone down by the beach. The subject was built, I think it's like 2015. Let me just double check. And I'm sorry, 2014. And it contains 3,591 square feet. I found 3 comparables. They're all within 0.15 miles, and there's a map of the comps, like 2 or 3 pages from the last page. If you want to look, it'd probably be easier to keep that page open, and then as we go through the comps, there you go. So that's the location map.
Yep.
All right, so you got your subject, all the comps, they're all right there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, which, you know, makes my job easier. And if you look at the appraisal, the marketplace is going up in value, so I did make positive time adjustments, which are justified. The grid is like the third or fourth page in. There you go, right there. So they're all the comps, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay. They're all on Edward. They're all real close. You can see by the map. You can kind of keep your thumb on that map if you want. I did use positive time adjustments. I used a positive 12% per year, which is easily justified. It works out to be 1% a month from when the pandemic started. In general, when we do appraisals for the bank, we're starting the time adjustments as of April 1st, 2020. That was kind of when they began making time adjustments with the pandemic. So you could see on the data sales from my comp site, use the appropriate positive, which brings the value up quite a bit. But I think that it's...
Now, where's the time adjustment on here?
It's right next to the date. If you look to the left, it says 130 Rhoda. That's our subject.
Yeah,
You go down from there, it says date of sale 10/1/20.
right.
So that's the date of the revow. So just go straight across, and these are the sale dates for the properties. 184 Edwards sold June
Yeah,
5th.
I'm familiar with that, but where
Okay.
did you put the additional money in?
So right to the right of there is that number 60,400. If you go to the sale date,
Okay, so you just did that, that's where that is coming from.
that's the
That's
positive
your
time adjustment.
Okay,
Exactly.
got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, it just tells the reader, being the board, that, that we are knowledgeable of the marketplace, and the marketplace was going up in time, going up. So we need to make the sales even to keep up
Right.
with the marketplace.
Mhm.
And there are times when values are going down, and then we use negative time adjustments. So that hasn't been for quite a few years. But in general, the properties are very similar to my subject. If you look at the first comp, the only adjustment is the first one's for the acreage. It's a little bit smaller acreage, so I made a minimal adjustment. But then square footage, it's a little bit smaller, but other than that, it's got one more garage, and that's it. And really, all the comps only have those adjustments. The last one on Edward has a bit of a water view, so that's why that one sold for more. And it's like an extra 1,000 square feet too.
Mhm.
But they're all right there. They're all within the time frame. I'm not making any kind of wild adjustments. They're very similar sales, being at age. I don't know. The subject built in 2014. What does your grid have for the age? Mine has like 7.5 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wrong. That should say 2014, so it's really 6 years old, I guess. 6 or 7. Cross that out and put either 6
I'm
or
not gonna cross anything out. You
okay.
can cross it out.
I can?
You can cross it out, you can change it, and you can initial it.
Initial it. So that's a 2014, so let's say that should be 6.
Okay. And you're just submitting this for the first time anyway, so it's
I am.
perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of numbers in there. Some of them get mixed up once in a while. But other than that, so the ages are all pretty much the same. First comp 5 years, next one 4 years, the other one 13 years. So they're all in good shape. They're all not new, but close to it. Similar bath counts, and then I just.
If I get any plus,
Well,
what I'm gonna see is,
bless you.
excuse me, the plus I'm gonna see is square footage. That is, not as much.
Well, you got
So,
one.
and I realize that you made adjustments there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make that note to you, okay?
Yeah.
So you got 3,600, roughly 3,600 square foot subject.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that you are comping it out are like 29.
Yeah. 2 are smaller,
With
one's
exception
bigger.
for the 4,700. So that is the only thing, but here's my other thought, Craig,
Mhm.
is that really, Your wife wants to do this.
Yes.
So I respect what you do, and if you tell me that this is your opinion, I trust that.
Yeah, and
I appreciate that, I appreciate it.
well, thank you, and it's, I'm not perfect, and I don't have all the answers, but, you know, when there are cases like this that are justified, and you have other sales that, you know, we're just trying to be fair.
Okay.
And I believe, I had this conversation with Carol too, we're not, the land value,
Oh, you have 2 copies here, is there
Yeah.
reason why you have 2 copies?
well, one's to like pass around the board as you're talking, one for you, one for the file,
Oh, okay, so
You know.
here's what's gonna happen.
yeah. They asked me in the assessor's office to give them letter size,
Yeah, that's
so I
right.
gave the letter, and
Okay.
I always
So-
get 2.
Here's the thing. Once we're done here, they're gonna upload this. Before we do our meeting, we have everything online, and everybody's gonna be able to see it.
Okay, So
So we're
you just
gonna
need
do
one?
that via WebEx. I'll take one and I'll review it,
okay,
all right?
okay.
And the other one, I'll, put on.
And I guess what I want to make sure, we don't really have so much a problem with the land value. The value is with the improvements, and I believe right now they have the improvements at a really big number on it. Oh yeah, they have the improvements at like $350 per square foot, and that's after depreciation. That's a lot of money, and, you know, just using the comps, we feel that the value is certainly justified to be lower, and they're all right there, so it's not like we're pulling any kind of a fast one out of the hat. Did you
Appreciate it.
swear me in?
I did.
Did you?
And
Okay.
didn't you even
Did I-
sign?
did I-
You remember signing?
I signed, okay,
Yeah.
I don't remember raising my hand, I usually raise my hand like I'm in court. It's okay. We're signed in.
I can swear you in again if you
No,
want.
I'm fine. As long as you have record, as long as it's on audio or,
Well, all right, let's do it again, since you're questioning it.
why did,
I am sure that I did it, but we're gonna do it
I
anyway.
raised my
Just
hand.
to make sure that everything is
yeah,
okay.
so we
You
don't,
solemnly swear that the information you shall give this hearing, you substance shall now question the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Thank you, Carol.
Okay, just in case we didn't do that before. Don't want to have to call me back on the stand. Please. I think that's good, right? Are we good?
We're good?
All right.
Thank you very much.
How many more do you have today?
Just one more.
Oh, it's an easy day, light day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, that was good.
All right.
So, thank you for your time, and I have a couple tomorrow, maybe I'll see you then.
Yeah, maybe you will.
And
All right.
it's like a springtime tease out there.
Yeah, I know, I'm excited. Matt?
On the way. Okay, Judy, good to see you.
You too.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Hi, how are you? I'm Roman, I'm the,
Roman, come on in.
hi, nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a couple of things to attend to, Roman, so bear with me. Have a seat.
Sure. I brought things that I hadn't had time to submit before.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. Welcome. I'm Judy Zaglack. I'm one of 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals.
Hi, Judy.
I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 11:41.
Okay, great.
I'm going to say a few things for the record. Please correct me if any of this is inaccurate. Your appeal number is 57.
Yep.
The property address is 360 Catamount Road.
Yep.
The owner of the property is Roman and Holly Rubinstein.
Yes.
And the town's value is $897.5. I don't have a request for value from you.
Interesting. So I wrote it
Wait a
on,
minute,
I wrote it on,
because I just,
I put 625 to 700 on the original form. I think it's there.
a number, that's what I'm looking at. That's why they didn't put,
I see.
I don't.
I have it in the supplementary materials that I brought today that I'm going to actually just give you the whole packet now.
Okay, just a moment. We got a couple of things we're gonna do first, okay? So.
Yeah, but basically it will be 640. If it's a number, then it's 640.
Requesting. 640. Okay. Now I'm going to confirm whether you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swearing in.
Okay.
Please state your name and record and whether you're an owner or an agent for the owner.
My name is Roman Rubinstein, and I am the owner of 360 Catamount.
Thank you. Roman, would you please sign and print and sign this document and then
Thank
give it
you.
back to me, and then I'm just going to confirm your price.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it.
Date of March? No? Okay.
No,
Oh,
I'll
that's
do
you.
that.
That's you. Okay. Thank you. It's Judy, is that right? Okay.
Okay. So, did I turn you in here or I didn't?
No, not
All
yet.
right, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, and we already just signed that. And now is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home October 2020 was 640, as you just mentioned,
Yeah.
640,000, and not the value assigned to the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date, and please try to be as succinct as possible.
Okay. I will try. I will pass you my packet here.
Thank you.
And here's one more page. So, Okay. The way I laid it out in the packet, and you don't have to, I mean, when the board meets, you can kind of use this, the first, the cover letter there as a guideline. You know, point one is basically that the house was on the market since 2013, and what you're looking at right now is this
Oh, this is
printout.
the history,
Mhm.
board, okay.
of listings. And it actually, they report it from the top to the bottom, but the way you read it chronologically is from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
And you will see that it was first listed in 2013, and it was on the market basically 7 times in 8 years, with multiple price drops. And so there's already, in 2019, there was a price as low as $789,000, which is, $108,500 below current appraisal. But this is just to make a point that this has been a house that is in a really good neighborhood, but has been on the market a long time, is known that it was being sold, and basically never got offers until it came along. Now, Judy, as you probably are aware, last year was absolutely, there's no technical term to it, but it's sort of crazy for buyers in terms of real estate market.
Right, so I just wanted to just review one other thing. So you
Sure.
purchased the home October 29th to 21?
Yeah, 28, yeah.
And that was for 809K.
Yeah.
Okay, great, okay. I'm making a little note area for everybody, and you know
Sure.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually sit with everybody, and I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
here, the guy came in, and this
Yeah.
is what we talked about.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you. And that's actually in the supplementary materials page, that's like the letter form.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of point 3, or actually point 2C, is that we closed on the house at 8:09 on October 28th. It's right in that page, point 2C. Yep. And our offer was the only one at the time, according to our agent, buyer's agent, and the seller's agent. So this was a very interesting situation because this was at the end, this was capping a year where houses would go up and get outbid and get multiple offers, all cash. And this one, basically our offer, you'll notice, is $30,000 below what was the last asking price. So it's a very special house and we love it, but it was looking for the right buyer. I think like we're that right buyer. And looking at point 3A, just using kind of a very crude, backtracking to what the situation was during the revaluation period, which was between October 1st, 2019 and October 1st, 2020, we bought it basically last year after prices had already risen, some 25%. We bought it for $809. So if you do that simple kind of back calculation, you get to $647,200. This is very crude, but this is point number 3A. So essentially, we bought it for $809 after prices in Fairfield County and Greenfield Hill and like all of Connecticut and across the country had risen over the past, 13 to 25 months, which was really the revaluation period. And following that, another year had passed, prices had risen. So my point is that, in my opinion or belief, the fair market value would have been, around that mid-600s area back during the revaluation period. That makes sense so far? Okay, so now point number 3B is the comps. And I am attaching 5 comps. They're further down kind of in this stack of papers on the information packet. Quick question, by the way, should I also send them electronically?
This is fine. If you really want to, you can, but we have this.
Okay, great.
It's whatever you're comfortable with. I'm not
Sure.
gonna deter you, I'm not going to urge you, I'm not gonna deter you. You wanna do whatever you
Okay.
want, and it's okay.
Sounds good. Well, so is my understanding correct that, Judy, that comps are really the main way that you typically
Yes,
go,
it is.
right, okay.
Absolutely.
So here's stepping back, I had multiple ways of assessing the situation, including sort of trying to figure out like the reason why it didn't sell, and we can talk about that a little bit. I want to mention that at the end, the wetlands and things like that, the conservation easement. However, I did understand that comps are the main reason, and I tried to look for comps during the base period. So during the reevaluation period between October 1st, 2019 and October 1st, 2020. And it wasn't too much, but I did find these 5, and I think they're pretty good. I think 2 of them actually are on Catamount Road, so they're on the same road, thankfully.
I'm looking at that.
Yep. And you'll see that I actually went about it 2 ways in terms of determining the price, kind of a market-based way and a more qualitative way. So I mean, find that page in my own notes.
I'm looking at this page. So you're looking for?
Yeah, no, I got it. I have a copy of it. Basically, the market method, it eliminates the noise of Zillow and the third-party estimates because essentially I'm looking at the Zestimate or whatever that third-party market estimate is now for the comp and what the estimate is now for 360 Catamount or our house in question. And, it says X% cheaper, let's say, for us right now. So I posit that, well, it would have been X% cheaper during the reevaluation period also. So what we can do is apply that X% to the price that the comp sold at. So for example, the first one, 1100 Catamount, it sold for $785, but the current estimate is so much higher. So the current estimate for us, 360 Catamount, is $845. It's not that much higher than what we actually bought it for recently. But the current estimate for these other houses, for the comps, at least in a couple of cases, it's much higher, and so there's that percent difference. Now, it's quite noisy. You can see the first comp is 28% difference, and the second comp is only 2% difference. But then the next column for the 360 Catamount implied value using market, that incorporates that percent difference. And the average there comes out actually rather low to below 600K. I understand that, we still might not want to trust like estimates and things like that because there's some noise in that. And so I'm not really using that in my request as much as the next method.
Okay, so just so you know, Zillow has, their estimates, that's not an analysis.
Right.
Very, very deep within that site is their rate of error.
Yeah.
And
I understand.
it's pretty big.
I have a whole, that's pretty good?
It's a big margin.
Okay, yeah, right. I understand, and I have a whole page on, basically I don't trust them as much.
Okay.
I think my method eliminates or to some degree dampens their error at least, because I don't actually look at their estimate. I only look at the difference, at the relative estimate between comps and our house.
Right, and what I'm looking for is, so you give me prices, but there could be, is the house 4,000 square feet, is it 2,500
Sure.
square feet, is it 6,500 square feet?
Yeah.
Or the bedroom count, or the room count, those, so prices, I can just,
Yeah.
you gotta understand, I'm gonna present this to other people.
Okay.
So I wanna be able to say to them, okay, this is X amount of square footage, but I'm not seeing that here, well, I'm just seeing pricing.
I see. Would you be able to go to just the detailed breakdown for comp 1?
Yeah, okay, so comp 1, okay, 8,854 square feet,
So that's gross versus
Gross.
6,200 gross.
okay,
Did they have 5 bedrooms
got it.
versus
Okay.
3 bedrooms for us?
That's what I was looking for,
Yeah.
I didn't see it on this.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. so all of these detail pages, the 5 pages for comps,
They have all.
comp 1, comp 2,
Okay.
and they are all structured the same way. So at the top, you have
Got
comp
it.
1, the superior, and I grouped it into 3 buckets.
Yeah.
Superior, somewhat superior, and comparable. There was nothing that was really, what's the word, the opposite. There was nothing
Got
that, because it's a very good neighborhood, 57. And, you know, I'm hearing number 57 and neighborhood 57. So, and I went to school number 57, so that's a lucky number. These are all wonderful houses. Comp 1 is clearly, in my opinion, highly superior. If you just look, I mean, just at the listing, at the pictures, they have so much going on. They have like these
Hold on a second.
solar roofs.
Hold on. So I'll ask you. So when I look at 1100 Catamount, I see 8854 gross.
Yeah.
Compared to your 6222 gross.
Yeah.
When I look at 1321, oh, there we go. There's 52. We got 6222. Just a moment.
No, let's go into the, where's the other?
Okay, so how do you get on a comparable terrain on 204600? I need a living area of 3,400 and a gross area of 8014.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
How did,
How'd that 8014 happen?
for them?
Yeah.
I got it off the Vision website.
Okay, so you're gonna go off the living area, because the gross area could include a basement, it could include
Sure.
like an open porch, and I don't have one to show you, actually, wait a minute. Do you have a field card? See,
For
Vision will actually show you.
yes, I
You're
did
gonna go
look.
on living area.
Yes, for comp 3, yeah, I looked at all of them. I'm listing both for
Well, you
comp
see
3.
how that looks a little funny there, I'm just trying to get clarification on that? You see that?
I guess so.
Okay, arrow. Living area,
Sorry, are you talking about comp 3?
your living area is your internal square footage.
Yes,
Your gross area could be calculated
I understand.
with your
I
footprint.
completely
and
understand.
Okay?
Yes,
So, you understand, I'm trying to actually help you here,
sure.
because the 3,400,
Yeah.
something's gonna be not right there, and because the 3,400 to 8014, there's something incorrect there. And I don't want that to upset the apple cart from the other comparables with the other.
Well, I got it from the, I may have made a mistake, but,
Yeah,
but,
the last guy, and we got a couple of minutes.
so you're gonna look it up? Yeah.
All right, so, because that might throw you out of whack completely.
Okay,
With the other one, you know,
sure.
when I say throw you out of whack, I mean, and if something is incorrect on one, then it may cause somebody to question the other.
I see. Yeah, I appreciate that.
If I can look at it. Okay. So your living area is 3,400 square feet here.
Yeah,
So what they did, I'm going to show you. This is the area you're going by.
yeah,
That's the area, the living area. The gross area, upper story finished. You see, those are the same, but the basement They're not including the basement,
I understand.
right?
But
The
it seems-
garage, do not go by the gross area,
Okay,
okay? So, the basement finished, okay, garage. You
Yeah.
see, you added the garage, right? So really, you really should be comparing apples to apples, living
Sure.
area and living area, right? You can give a little extra money for the, basement,
Yeah.
finished basement, but that's not a full main level cost,
understood.
right? So,
Well,
attic unfinished, so you've got to compare those to apples. So right now.
I mean, I guess I am. I have that right here. Living area 3,400, comparable to 360 Catamount 3,390 living area. I also include gross, but we can cross that out if that's
We're not
irrelevant.
gonna cross it out, okay, so it'll,
And also, since we're recorded, it did show 8014, may we agree that I did not make an error and it's actually.
no, I didn't say that you did make an error, I'm just saying that the gross area does not.
Sure,
not
I understood. I don't know, I'm very new, so we're first-time homeowners with a 1-year-old,
Well,
you know.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, so,
So if it helps the board to disregard the gross area, that is fine.
okay.
I have it, I don't think I have it listed for comp 1.
Disregard, the gross area, and we're gonna work on the net, as long as you can see the nets are close, that's helpful,
Yeah,
right?
which is why,
So if you compare a house that is thousands of square feet larger
yeah,
at a particular price,
yeah,
then your house would have to be quite different in price, right? And then
Sure.
use the argument, we're trying to help.
I understand. Thank you, I appreciate this. I appreciate it, Judy.
Okay.
So, quick note on the square footage, actually. I have further down in the packet, floor plans, because I will be sending to the tax assessor's office a request for an update, because right now our living area is listed as larger,
Okay.
but I provided detailed floor plans and the detailed calculation.
Oh, okay, great, this is, okay. So you'll do that separately when you live here, you look at
Yeah.
the tax assessor, if someone wants somebody to come out and measure the property,
Okay,
okay?
sure.
Because they will come out there and measure, they're not gonna take that, you can show them that, and you say, listen, I bought this house, they had these done, I want
Okay.
you to remeasure it.
Yeah.
Because apparently what you have is incorrect.
Yeah. Okay. So comp 3 is the closest, and it basically did not need any adjustments because I think it's fully comparable.
Right?
And it sold for $615 in July 2020.
Okay, great.
So coming back to kind of where we started, because I want to be respectful of your time.
Yep.
For the summary for the 5, forgetting all the estimate stuff, using this qualitative method of actually looking at the differences between houses and the features.
Mm-hmm.
Amongst the 5, the
You said you felt comp 3 was the closest?
comp 3 is the closest, I believe.
Okay.
Because one thing to note about our house that we bought, and none of these are a complete comparison because our house does not have a garage. It does not have a deck. It does not have an ability to build a deck because it is within 2 feet of conservation easement area. So we basically are completely locked in, kind of, sort of, it is what it is. We're not building a deck, probably. Garage, there was a permit that expired, but it's kind of a small driveway, so it barely fit anyway. So it's a super quirky house, and there's no completely, perfect comp. But I feel like comp 3 is the closest in terms of trade-offs. So, and then I think, do I have a couple of minutes, Judy? More?
You, about 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, so just kind of putting to point 4 about the conservation easement. I'll just mention this briefly because using market values, I think that's the case I'm making based on these comps. However, there is I think the thing that, looking at the card, what's drawing much of the appraisal value and the taxes is our land. We have 6.08 acres, and out of those, 2 are marked as the residential building, which lots, and 4.08 are conservation wetlands. However, if you look at the actual map, yeah.
Right?
Well, that's just the part. That's just the southern part. There's maybe the previous page. That's the whole lot, and you'll see it's extremely weirdly shaped.
Yep.
If you actually go on the mapping site, it was originally granted as a conservation easement, or a big part of it was granted as conservation easement to the town of Fairfield, I believe back in the 70s, by the owner of the land, which was then subdivided into some lots. And the prior owner of the house that we bought it from bought the land in 1994 as 8 acres, subdivided it further. So there's a 2-acre lot at 60 Mulberry that he also owned. That's to the west there.
Mm-hmm.
And what we ended up is this extremely weirdly shaped lot where the vast majority of it is wetlands. Most of it is really impassable. I have not traveled to even a quarter of our property because I can't really go there without, like knee-high, not knee-high, but it's like waist-high.
Okay.
And just the last point I want to make is I don't think that there is 2 acres of actual dry land that's not conservation easement. I believe that part, I don't know if that requires remapping. So that's more to the reason, why it has been valued so high. I don't want to guess. I mean, I trust you in the process and town of Fairfield.
I think this is very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Also.
Okay.
Very, very helpful. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Judy.
Well,
Any other questions?
pardon me?
Do you have any other questions for
Oh,
me?
no, you're a sweetheart. I was just about to ask you a couple of things. And you have this paperwork. I'm going to include everything in your file. So I'm going to present this to all the other members of the board. You're going to see all of this.
I appreciate that.
All of the notes. Did you see me taking notes? Did you
I
take notes?
saw you take a lot of notes, and I really appreciate that because you'll need those to guide them through because I typed a ton of stuff here. And they will want to say, who is this guy? I don't want to spend an hour
Correct.
browsing through all the
I'm
details.
going to be there. I'm going to be doing that as well. So,
Yeah.
I will be presenting your petition to a majority of the board in deliberation session for consideration and vote. You will be notified by mail the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March, and if your appeal was denied, you can come back next year. If you were granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next reevaluation of 4 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you could take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in the decision letter. Okay?
Thanks, Judy.
Yeah, thank you very much. If you don't have any other questions, this concludes your hearing.
Just a quick question. Are the hearings public or private?
Oh, no, you can hear those.
Okay.
You can hear those.
So is that
Yeah, we're going to be on WebEx, so you'll hear that.
okay? And I can find it from the town of Fairfield website.
Yeah, okay. You see those notes? That's for your behalf.
I really appreciate it from the heart. It was a tough year last year, Judy. I saw over 40 houses in person, over 40, and we got outbid on one in Stamford. So we would not have been Fairfield residents if we got that one.
Wow.
It went for $50K above asking, or more than $50K above asking, all cash, I believe. Yeah, so it was a crazy, crazy market, and we're very lucky that we were able to afford this. But now, I guess, just more context is just informal, but I basically see all the houses around on Kennemound Road. We're the shortest driveway, if you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
So there are wonderful houses there that pay roughly the same amount in tax, but their market value is $1.4 million. So.
Well, see, now you can't compare whatever
Right.
is going on
Sure.
now compared
Yeah.
to what was before.
Yeah,
And, I'm in real estate, so.
I know, yeah, I appreciate that.
I've been a part of this.
So I've tried to get the comps from that period. That's why I have those 5 comps.
Exactly what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
You did right.
Yep, and I think comp three is the most comparable. The other 4,
Yep.
trying to get in, and then however you as a pro deal with the whole easement situation, I think that might be a clue to what's happening, because I see some, like we only get a 60% off on that easement that we can't even walk on, and none on the 2 acres, but I believe one of those is still wetlands, actually, it's still part of the easement.
Right.
Anyway,
All right.
Judy, I really appreciate it.
And double check and see when you can get your house connected, okay?
Okay, thanks so much, Judy. Have a good day.
You too.
If I was your last for the day, or just for lunch?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, thanks so much. I appreciate your help.
You're very welcome. My pleasure.